Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2, Hashashin. Last time, we had a very productive episode. We knocked down all the rebellions. We didn't take this last time. That was in the previous episode. We got our vassal limit under control, and we got out of debt. Things are going well. Also, the Holy Roman Empire now has a stake in England. We have the Viceroy of England, Viceroy N. Quetil the Bold de Normandy. That ought to be interesting. I always love it when I see the AI create large spanning empires because, well, they so rarely do it. And when they do, they end up like Leon here, which once held all of this land and is now sadly a shadow of their former selves. Yeah. Anyway, let's unpause. It ought to be interesting to see how that will go. We also burned lots of people at the stake, so I don't see any reason not to continue that trend. How many troops can you raise? 34,000. Ooh. And that's with you being over the vassal limit. Interesting. The Emirate of Achaia has died. We'll go ahead and we'll give that title to his son. Like so. Yeah, there we go. And you want to marry my daughter. Go for it. We have lots of threatening stuff. We're sort of just waiting for that to burn off a little bit. Although we could probably attack someone. You want to marry my... well, never mind. You did want to marry my daughter, and then you just changed your mind. I'd love to take Jerusalem. We have 2 holy sites. The more holy sites we have, the easier it can be to convert provinces, and that's something that we sorely need right now. Can't stop thinking of all those prisoners in my dungeon. They're completely at my mercy. What a thrill it would be to hurt them, to hear their sweet screams, to see the panic in their eyes. So I could torture Sheikh Yahya. Oh, this guy was one of the apostates. We'll take his arm. That's fine. He deserves it. My daughter has become a flamboyant schemer. She's already betrothed to somebody who I don't remember, but that's okay. I'm sure I knew what I was doing at the time. That's just the way that it goes. The price of decadence. The ruling dynasty of Georgia has been overthrown by the zealous and hard-living tribesmen of the Germanicopolisid dynasty. What? Germanicopolisid. No. Germanicopolisid. Okay. One time, I wish that I had the cultural titles turned on, because that is an amazing name. Germanicopolisid. Neat. We do have 1,100 ducats. We should probably use that to upgrade our hospital. We can't. We need 3026. Huh. Well, we'll save up the money for that. Why not? Okay, turret here. I don't really care. She's a bastard of my dynasty. Decadent relatives. Okay. Take Crusader real quick. Consider her for a position as Marshal. You're not better than my current Marshal. But it would be a way to get around the favor that I bestowed upon this guy. I'm not gonna bother with it. It's not worth that much. Seen Wali's handle a sword. It's not a pretty sight. Half of the time he seems to forget which side is the sharp one. Should I laugh? Should I cry? Let us try to get paid, because I need a little bit of extra spending money right now. You want to marry my daughter? Sure, why not? 3.5 ducats, that's fine. I could... Awesome, more heresy. I could go in here and try to attack a holy war or a straight-up invasion. I'd have to fight a lot of people for that, though. Let's sit back and relax. You know, I'm not here to conquer the world. I'm not here to go kill everybody. I'm here to enjoy myself and play with societies, mainly the assassins, admittedly, because that is the title of this series, the Hashashin. But I don't need to get into a hurry, so I could pet the kitten, I could allow it to follow me home, or I could kick it. A 25% chance to gain the trait One-Eyed. Also, I have aged up. It's been almost a year now. There's no reason not to allow the cat to follow me home. The diplomacy I would gain from kind would not offset the 2 that I have. Let's go ahead and let the cat follow me home. +1 intrigue, +1 health. It'll keep me alive for a little bit longer. Son was born, a bastard, a sickly bastard. Neat. I'd also like to take Sicily. There's no real, like, this reason for it, but I just want it. It's part of my de jure land. It puts me within striking distance of Italy and the Holy Roman Empire. I want it. I can't really explain it in any other way. I want it. Let's go ahead and get you educated by a steward. You're good enough. Whoa, 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 whoa. Already? Ah. The increased moral authority is finally paying off. We are actually converting provinces now. I don't remember why you were in prison, but I'm going to assume because of how many apostates we captured last time that you are one of those. So, no, you go live in the oubliette. Let's go ahead and go back to funding my retinue. I should actually recruit some troops to add to my retinue, but I want to upgrade my hospital first. The time is coming where that might be important. It's a few years yet. I don't remember exactly when the plague hit. Lithuania is doing well for themselves. The Emirate of Sinai has died. We'll go ahead and we'll just give that back to his son. I wish there would be a way, instead of having to manually do it each time, have a pop-up say, do you want... That was a noise. Like, have a pop-up that says, do you want to just give this title to his son, or do you want to bestow it upon somebody else? That way, like, it's less management for you, as in terms of, like, button clicks, number of buttons that you press. You would just have to look at the guy and say, I want to do that, and then sure or no, because often, unless you're going to... I thought I was the headmaster of the assassins? Excuse me? Well, we'll be friends with him anyway. That's just totally derailed my train of thought. Just assume that I said something stupid and criticized me for it down below, I guess. Because, well, it's the internet, and nobody is right on the internet. I almost said nobody is wrong on the internet, but not nowadays. Not anymore. That's not a political statement. There are some pretty scummy people on the internet, and sometimes they... You know what? I'm going to go back to playing Crusader Kings. Hello, Alexandria. You are my favorite province. Someday soon, you too will have an upgraded hospital, and then I will be happy. Can I upgrade this? No. The Emirate of Achaia has died. Again, we'll just give that to his son. Oh, he's a distant family member, so I lose decadence. Okay. I thought it looked like there was extra there. Anyway, I don't know. I just feel like there are some things in this game that could be streamlined that isn't streamlined. But that's okay. I still like the game. It's okay. It's okay. I only have a lot of hours into it. More hours than I feel comfortable admitting. Okay, decadence is going down. Oh, has achieved education in warfare, like yourself, so she quickly grasps the nuances of the problem that as you explain it. The two of you set to work discussing and comparing strategies. Masa is a most competent strategist. I guess she has a high martial at least. Within hours, you have laid the groundwork for a promising solution. We could either finish the work, gain some extra technology points, and everybody's happy, or we could bang. Well, you know, Empress Masa will bang, okay? Okay, now that that's over and done with, back to governing. I guess the sex wasn't very good then. Badshah Abu Bakr is within Horus in paradise at the age of 51. He died of depression. Although not especially blessed, we hope he will find peace in the afterlife. I have a new heir, my uncle, the Sheikh of Iskandarun. Okay. Badshah Abyssalom, a renowned man, dignitaries from far and wide will surely bow before him. Long live the Badshah. So be it. First problem that I see, we are way over our domain limit. Which is perfectly reasonable because in my previous life, I held the entire province of Medina. Let's go ahead and find somebody to give that to real quick. I mean, my son would be the obvious choice. But I do want to control his marriage decisions. So let's find somebody worthy to be a new emir. You are the Marshal of Chios. Your father is the Sheikh of Chios. No. Heir to something. Your brother is a double emir already. That's not happening. You aren't that impressive, but I'll keep you in mind. Let's see. I want somebody who's not a ruler. You have a fancy martial skill. You're the uncle of the same guy. I don't want to do that, really. I wonder if that's enough separation. Let's see, who has this title right now? You do. Okay then, we'll give it to you. Honest, paranoid, charitable, patient, brave. He seems like a nice guy. Inspiring leader, a desert expert. You are now the emir of Medina. And I am still one off, okay? Well, we have two options here. We could either give up the remaining province in the Emirate of Cairo, or we could take a stewardship focus, and I'm tempted to take that portrait. Oh, he's a Lombard, that's why. And of course he's one-eyed. Well, don't let the peasants catch you on your blind side. I think we're going to go for the stewardship focus. I hate giving up land. Hopefully that'll fix it. If not, then we'll have to give up the province. Legalism. Let's do noble customs. And improved keeps. Yes. Council is discontent. A character owes me a favor. That's not something I'm concerned with. Groom and heir will be handy for me. A couple of commander positions have opened up, including the Emir of Medina, who is an excellent general. Important decisions go on Ramadan. Hold a tournament. Get that decadence down. Successor nomination is going to go to my firstborn son for now. For now. Right, and that's why it's showing this guy as my heir, because of the elective in Byzantium. Okay. All right, what else do we need to do? I don't think there's really anything else for me to do. I guess I can get married again. 25, 22. Let's go ahead and find another wife. Strong. There's Ayrton the Unfaithful again. She's such a good... it's too bad she's unfaithful. You're a lunatic, but you're also strong, so we'll go ahead and go with you. Alright, let's see how our empire falls apart this time. I have a new heir. Excellent. We have gone back to the way it should be. Ramadan is blessed time for charity and kindness and inspire. You can release the prisoners languishing in your dungeon. I don't know what most of these people are. But you know what? For the sake of reducing decadence, go free. Betrothed can marry my half-sister, that's fine. My first wife was pregnant, but I was away. Not again. Are we... Of course we're paranoid. Why wouldn't we be paranoid? I'm not going to... No. The end of Ramadan, we get a feast. Excellent. My half-sister is fine. And a couple people have refused my invitation. That's also fine. Not interested. I'm mostly interested in money. Cannot be the father. Sure. You know, I tried my best. Let's bring the Jews back. They're good for an emergency. Mistakes were made. Let's not dwell on it. You want to marry my half-sister? That's fine. You want to marry my cousin? That's also fine. And the tournament has begun. Let's go ahead and send out my interest to become a member of the Assassins. Oh no! He had a fancy hat! Aww. May his hat find peace. My uncle is now known as the Butcher. That's always good to know. Okay, here's our join the Assassins discussion. We'll go ahead and knock that out real quick. That way we can start getting assassin events. Lots of people being wounded and maimed. I should just, you know, tell me I was the heroes, not the failures. I thought I said tell me of the heroes, not the failures. What's going on here? Excellent. I turn my head towards the door. A hooded figure steps out of the shadow by the door, and hand appears from underneath the cloak. Pledge of allegiance to the Assassins. Okay. Ah, okay. It's not quite the trial yet. And we have a peasant revolt. Okay, well that should be fairly easy to deal with. I don't want to lead troops, thank you. I appreciate the offer, but I will refuse. Of course, the captain of the Varangian Guard would win. He's basically the best fighter I have. Fight to the Assassin's headquarters. Excellent. Yep. Gloomy basement floor. And who do I have to kill? This he says solemnly as I entered, is your test. With these words, he pulls the hood from the man's head. It is Prince Musa, my exclamation mark! The shock in his eyes must be mirroring my own. This man is an enemy of our faith, end him. He offers me a dagger. He is my uncle. I see. Ah, I see. Oh yeah, he's dead. He's just straight up dead. Yeah, Secret Society, Schmeekert Society. I'm tired of these crazy religious or secret religious people getting involved in my business, and I will kill them wherever they go. It'll be the Inquisition in this place. Nobody expects the Egyptian Inquisition. That's kind of neat how the mask doesn't actually clip into the scarf there. That's very well done. I can't remember if I've mentioned it before, but Crusader Kings 2 is one of the few games where I would actually recommend the portrait DLCs. It seems like something so little, but it just adds so much extra immersion when all the characters from all the different regions and all the different ethnicities just look completely different. And I mean, I could go disable the portraits and show what it looks like without the portraits and with the portraits, and for the most part, the portraits are very well done. There's some questionable decisions, but for the most part, they're good. And if you can get them on sale, if there's like a summer sale or something like that that's going on, then you can get them for relatively cheaply without too many issues. That's just my opinion, my beliefs. I know there's a lot of debate within the community and without the community about the DLC practices of Paradox and whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's somewhere in between. People are allowed to have differing opinions in yourself, and that's really all there is to it. I don't think either side is wrong in that debate. I'll just put it that way. Maybe I'll delve deeper into the discussion at the end of the series or something as like a closing thoughts on the game, but that's really my position on it. You take passage on a ship, but the crew is soon exposed as less than honorable. The captain is overheard discussing how he and his men will sell pilgrims he is carrying, including you, into slavery at the next port. What does this have to do with the Kraken attacking our ship? I don't know. But let's go ahead and mutiny, because delicious prestige. We didn't even get wounded. Journey through the desert is long and arduous. Under the scorching sun, suddenly a large tea house materializes into thin air before your very eyes, and the singing djinn, who seems to own the establishment, beckons you inside. Strangely, your traveling companions do not take notice of this stunning event. I mean, it's obviously a mirage, but I want to go in for tea. With no bad effects. Recently, I've noticed that my daughter is a genius. Of course I'm going to call my physician. Not that really matters, I guess. Okay. To stop for camp one evening, you noticed an old man in poor clothing. Listen to him and gain a free point of martial. Many of these events we have seen numerous times now. I'm going to go ahead with humble this time. Essentially just a bunch of piety events and maybe some trait gaining or losing events. A group of bandits has forced our party to make a stand. We are outnumbered, but with the joy in our hearts from our pilgrimage, we have a chance to defeat them. 15% chance of wounded. And I actually got the 15%. It's okay. It's alright. We should be fine. I hope. Return from my court a changed man. I'm truly humbled before Allah, and I know that all men are equal and can live in harmony with each other. Excellent. Well, that seems like a good place to stop this video. Not a whole lot happened this episode. We had a little rebellion. That's okay. Sort of just sitting back and enjoying as the history of the world progresses. I'm thinking, well, first and foremost, we have to wait for our threat to burn off. And I really want to conquer the rest of the de jure Byzantine lands, including Sicily, I might add. Sicily. But that is going to be a long, arduous process until we get powerful enough that we don't have to worry about defensive pacts. It's going to be a little bit of a pain. But, until then, happy gaming.